Mystic Nila here. Today we are going to talk about space between relationships. What is the space between relationships? Like giving time for themselves or for yourself in a relationship. What is happening in most of the husband-wife relationship? The wife or the husband always wants to be the spouse to have 110 attention on the other person. Suppose the wife will always want the husband's attention on her, and the husband will want the wife's attention on her. This is beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. That is the beauty of relationship, especially in intimate couple relationship. That's so beautiful. But you don't have to be that way like 24/7. You can take breaks in that. That's nothing wrong. Taking 1 hour time off from not thinking just about your spouse and thinking about yourself or thinking something which you want to do is totally fine. And this is very healthy. This is going to make your relationship more healthier, and it's going to make your relationship more strong, and it's going to make your relationship like going on with lot of positivity. Every relationship after they reach 5-6 years of wedding, it's going to go on. It's very rare that the relationship breaks after 10-15 years. It's very rare. So let's talk about generic matter. I'm not talking just for the Indian crowd. This is for everybody. When you actually snap out and see everywhere, every situation is the same. So it may be a little bit different according to each culture, but generally everywhere, every situation, it's like almost a similar pattern between couples and etc, etc, etc. We always say that couples from South Asian community, the wife gives in more and the husband rules. I wouldn't really say that way. The wife allows the husband to rule her. She allows it. Somewhere, even in the Western community, the woman or any one spot allows some kind of abuse or something to happen there. So it is so generally you see that the scenario is there, maybe the variation is there here and there. So let's not get into that mind matrix. Let's come back to the subject about having space between a relationship. What are the advantages of having space between relationships that we don't get bored? I hear a lot from couples saying that there's nothing new, nothing exciting happening between us. So it's like, I just tell them, okay, fine, why don't you take a break and go have an alone time, or just go away with your friends, or let the wife do something for herself. This kind of a thing should be there in a relationship. In those days, I mean, let me go back, go back in time, like 1,000, 2,000 years back. Let's not go 100 years back, right? Let's go even back. At that time, there was mostly people living in a community, right? It was like at least 50 to 60 people living in one area. So, husband, wife were not always alone. Right now, it is a nuclear family system mostly. So, or they prefer to have that nuclear family system, whatever it is. So the wife and the husband gets to see only each other, and then the children, or maybe their parents, in some situations, but not really interaction with somebody else. So, I think things have changed, things have evolved. We've got a lot of new things happening, and so keeping everything in mind, I think space between two people is very important for a healthy relationship, even to just revive their romance in their life, even to revive their youthness in their life. I think this space is important. Sometimes I feel that if one person goes away for vacation and comes, the relationship is much better. But be mindful to do the same for your other spouse too. Give them also the liberty to go away and cherish themselves and be with themselves and come back. So this will actually strengthen the relationship and will make the relationship more in a positive way and more in a happy way. And in another word, they'll start respecting each other, they'll start valuing each other. I think it's very, very important, especially for the now generation. This is very important because right now there's a lot of things to stay connected, right? It's not like 10 years back or even, sorry, 15 years back that we wait to talk to our parents. Especially, I left my family back home when I came to Canada. Like, I used to wait for every Sunday to just connect with them, because that was my schedule, right? To give them a call on a Sunday and talk to them. So we valued the relationship. Right now we have video calls, that has becomes too small. So sometimes we need to get away from this, all these gadgets and media and everything, and do this thing, do this relationship workout. There's one more thing we have to be really mindful, is that when you are in a relationship, especially in an intimate relationship, I wouldn't say in the starting days. Usually, starting days, the attention is given and taken, right? Because we are all starting out of the relationship. Our mind is totally with that person. After some time, only that fades away. Especially, it starts fading away after commitment. That commitment is nothing but marriage or living together, etc., etc. So only after that, things start to get a little hectic. So at that point only you have to reassure your relationship. How will you reassure? You will have to spend some time with your spouse, at least half an hour to 1 hour a day, at least, with no gadgets. I can hear, I can really see your faces changing, I could see in my visual memory. Sorry for the joke. So, like 1 hour with no phone, no gadgets, just with each other. It can be, or it can be just you guys are having a conversation, or you guys are having a dinner together with no gadgets. That's also fine. But 1 hour quality time with no gadgets, no media is really good for a relationship to keep going. So I've spoken about two things. One is giving space in a relationship, and one more other thing is giving 100% attention in a relationship, at least for an hour. So underline, space in a relationship is equally important as it is important to give 1 hour at least for your spouse in a day with total attention. This is very important. These are the things which you should keep mindful about it. There's the other thing which you have to keep mindful about it, is that when a relationship is with awareness means it doesn't have to be always soulful, but at least an awareness that the other person is also there in my life, relationship starts to get better. How it gets better? Because we are aware that we are in this beautiful relationship, and this relationship is going to take us places. So there's a positive affirmation to it. So I am like zero tolerance when people start making fun of couple relationship, especially when they start saying that that's it, my freedom is gone, and all these kind of sarcastic comments. It may be a joke, it is a joke, but you know what, let's change that vibration. The beautiful thing happening in this universe is nothing but union. A marriage is a union. Two beings are coming together is so beautiful. So I think we should not make any jokes on that. Right? Life is going to be so boring if there is no union. Just imagine the universe with no union. Just imagine the whole universe was celibate. There is no union, nothing. It's going to be so boring. So these are the gifts of universe which is given to all the living beings to enjoy the union of life. So we have to celebrate that. So making jokes on that, making jokes on this is not a good trait, because unconsciously or consciously, you're passing on to the next generation. And now you know why many of the younger generations, they don't want to get married, because of your vibrating, right? You're vibrating constantly, saying that, oh, that relationship is very tough. Being a couple is very tough. I want to be free. They're not actually looking for freedom from relationship. They're looking for freedom from within. For freedom from within, each person has to do a lot of self-work, cleaning, acceptance, self-love. So there's a difference. So be mindful of what we are exhibiting to the next generation. I would say to every couple, just exhibit love, exhibit happiness to the next generation, because that is what's going to keep them going. And they deserve to do that, right? They deserve to be happy, right? As you deserve to be happy. So let's work on ourselves. Let's accept that we need to give space in a relationship, and we need to give attention and awareness in relationship too. I am not asking you to give attention and awareness for 24/7. I'm just asking to start with 1 hour. That's enough. Start somewhere with no gadgets with your spouse, or even with your children, even with your children. Give some time with no gadgets just for them. That's going to make your relationship really beautiful, and you will start enjoying it after a week, 10 days. So these are keys. So please share my video. These videos are very important, very good reminders for human beings. So let's share this video, and please subscribe my channel. More videos to come on this subtle matters. I'm not going to do about all the common matters. We're going to pick up a subtle matter and do reminders on that. So hope to see you all again. I hope you all are staying safe and happy. The key of living being is being happy. So let's assure happiness in us and outside us. Only when we are happy within, we start radiating outside us. So thank you so much. Love you all. Be safe.